All right, guys, how's it going? Well, the internet is on fire today. What with Ornstein saying Liverpool have identified the number 6 and all that. Like, but he doesn't play in the Premier League, right? Doesn't play in the Premier League. My thoughts on what we would do this summer. That I just always had this feeling that there was someone involved at Copa America that we were interested in. So I'm kind of looking for that on a personal thing. So I've seen some of the names that people are throwing around today, and I wondered if you would like to pass opinion on this. Now, see, when I sit in front of the projector, I don't like that black thing down there. Now I've got it on that side. Look, I'll bring it closer. There we go. Sorry, means you got to see me. I know, I'm an old man. I know. Fucking, I don't get weird after the last fucking 9 days of being mentally ill. Right, so let's look at some names that have been thrown around. And this is not from people that, I think some of these people like to think they know what they're talking about, like, because some of these ITKs are going, it's player X and stuff like that. Martin Zubamendi. Now, I'm seeing a lot of people leaving comments there saying, I've heard dunk, it's Martin Zubamendi. But if you were to go on social media on X, that's the name that you're going to see more of. And if you were to look at any of the people mentioning that, it's all to do with these Twitter twats. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing credible in there. It doesn't mean it can't be him. But I think if you're hearing that noise thrown around a lot today, it's that, like people like, the dream one for me would be Martin Zubamendi. Also Alan Varela as well, another one. Another name that, those are the two names I'm seeing quite a lot of. Manuel Ugarte, Manchester United is supposed to cool their interest on him. This is a player that Liverpool sniffed around for a long time. And I do believe we're sniffing around him in the summer. But then, there was, I'm not going over it all again, but then there was like some issues with Liverpool not maybe having an opportunity to push for him. Maybe because Chesterfield thought he wanted the Old Trafford move. I don't know. And now I've had more time to think about it. Like for me, I'm watching, like when I'll see all these names, and I'm going to give you 3 more as well. But for me, I was watching Ugarte stuff all summer, but then it looked like it was Manchester United. So I'm not sure whether that could be pulled back. I just find it strange today that, Ornstein's come out with this stuff as the Ugarte stuff. Man United no longer is interested in Ugarte. The next day, Liverpool have identified their number 6. Now, that to you might make it think like, so Liverpool are going for him. Not necessarily. It could be just Liverpool piggybacking on that to make another number 6 think that they are interested in Ugarte to put some pressure on. Does that make sense? These mind games really do happen, guys. You know what I mean? Like, so Ugarte becomes available yesterday. If you're trying to negotiate for a number 6, right, you're Liverpool Football Club and you may be struggling or whatever, and you say, have you seen that? United not want Ugarte anymore. Get Ornstein or Joyce on. Listen, we've identified our number 6 now. They run that. Everyone in the football world thinks it's Ugarte, including the player Liverpool are trying to sign, the 6 they're trying to sign, and the club that they're trying to negotiate with to put pressure on them. This is what it's all about, guys. So the obvious thing is to think, Ugarte is now available, so is it him now? Possibly. Or Liverpool just playing on that a little bit. Ederson won't go away for me at Atalanta. I think, if you watch my videos, you know that Ederson is one that, I say all the time, I'm watching like Manuel Ugarte, watching, but then I stopped watching when they started talking of Old Trafford. These things change on a daily basis. But Ederson, for me, all summer I've been watching that one name. He's never been like there, and you know what I mean? And it's quiet around him. And I always wondered if he was potentially stacked. My opinion was he's stacked. Liverpool know they could make that deal happen if they want to. That's just what I feel. Do you know what I mean? So who knows? Well, Ederson is. I'm not taking my eyes off that at the moment. There are other midfield players that have been linked with us. Now, I've received some information today. I've received an email today regarding Liverpool's communication. You remember a couple of weeks ago, I told you about Liverpool speaking to Wolves. We know there's Ait Nouri, Pedro Neto, João Gomez, and we know that there's been communication there. And I've received an email today about that. But it's a bit complicated, the email, as to like the person saying what I can say and can't say. So I don't know if I'm going to touch on it, but I might do. So look out for that. But don't be surprised if you see Wolves mentioned with us at any time. Now, there is, of course, a player there, which is João Gomez, that can play as a defensive midfielder, but we're led to believe that Liverpool's interest is elsewhere. Richard Rios, a player that did well this summer. Again, central midfielder, can play as a defensive midfielder, I understand. Very, very highly rated, singled out as a star player this summer. But I haven't really heard him mentioned with Liverpool. I know one of you guys came on here and first flagged him up to me, probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I can't remember. So there's names there. João Gomez, going by what Ornstein said, it's not going to be him. But there has been contact with Wolves. But I need to touch on the Wolves stuff with you in another video today. Somehow, we'll work it out. Richard Rios, but I'm going to give you one suggestion, just one opinion here. Not an opinion, a question for you. Joey Veerman. Could you imagine it being him? Joey Veerman. I can't remember when he's under contract till. I have a feeling that he's under contract until 2026. Let me have a look. This would be one of those, we talk about Ugarte, we talk about Edison and Ugarte and Edison, and then something out of the blue comes and we all go, where did that come from? Joey Veerman. Central midfield, attacking midfield, defensive midfield. Would he fall into a possibility, do you think? Yeah, he's under contract until 2026. I have a feeling someone might have mentioned him before on here. I don't know if it was Miserable Martin, maybe Red Raw LFC. Go and check his YouTube channel out. But yeah, these are Zubamendi, Ugarte, Edison, Varela, Veerman, Rios, Gomez. But you know what I mean? These are just some of the names that I'm seeing thrown around. Well, I haven't seen Joey Veerman mentioned, to be honest with you. But this video really is for you to give an opinion as to what you think. Do you know what I mean? And again, I would say that the fact that David Ornstein is telling you, making these claims about number 6 is because someone wants you to know that. And why would they want you to know that? I don't think it's necessary to put pressure on someone else, but I don't know. I don't fucking know, guys. They could be doing it to capitalise on to make someone think that Ugarte is now emerged as the target now. But there's part of me, just the way that David Ornstein's connected more to the ownership, I think. Well, I don't think, I know. And just his wording, the way it just didn't sound like it's come from someone within the club. It made me sound like someone really high up within FSG has dropped a little bit there, and is happy for you to know about. And I think if they're happy for you to know about it, what does that do? It calms the mood. And I don't think you would be hearing that from Ornstein unless something was exceptionally close. So that's my thoughts on it. The reason for the video, just to mention those names to you and see what you think, like with any of those. And is there any, other suggestions you'd like to put in there? Purely speculative, really, So, like I say, I have received an email to do with Liverpool and Wolves. But I don't really know. It's one of those kind of emails where it's like, you can say this, but you can't say that. And I'm not really sure it's very helpful to you. So just listen out for Wolves and Liverpool still, all right? Oh, dear, I'm knackered. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that with you. I'm back. I'll give you some videos to watch, haven't I? I'm going to be live with you at 2 o'clock UK this afternoon on here, and also 7 o'clock UK this evening. All right, guys, if you appreciate the video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment with your opinions on what we're discussing here. And if you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, hit that super thanks button and I'll give you a shout out in tomorrow morning's briefing. All right, guys, take care.